Okay. Hello and welcome to ICG Podcast episode 28. I am Abdul and this week with me is Yashwant.
Hey everyone, how's it going? It's been what, 2 weeks? The last podcast I was in was the day when I went to the Indian Game Developer
I,
Conference
IGDC.
(IGDC), and yeah, and then uh, the YouTubers. What is that? I forgot that name.
DreamHack.
Yes,
DreamHack.
DreamHack 2023. Yeah, quite a busy 2 weeks. Mm, Uh, yeah, I think we had World Cup in the middle where everybody, I don't know how to bring that up. I'm sorry for bringing that up, but yes, here we are. We have to move on. We have T20I World Cup coming soon next year. So cheer for that. Look for something good and be ready, I suppose. But yeah, episode 28, this feels really good. Um, Good to be back.
Yeah, this is four times the amount of original episodes we have.
Yes.
So, yeah, we're still keeping count of that. I can't believe that. But yeah, okay.
We just love to do this, man. It doesn't. I think Abdul is the one who sets. Not I think. It's Abdul is the one who sets everything. He gets all. He prepares all these documents, sets up the stream. I just come, sit, and talk. Just what I have seen in this last week. That's what I do. And yeah, thank you for that, Abdul.
Yeah, you're
I
welcome.
just love to talk with you, man, because gaming is everything that we are in right now. You and me
Yes,
completely in
yes.
gaming. So
Yeah. Well,
absolutely good.
I can't say that you are completely in gaming. Seeing how much
I'm
you.
I'm in gaming
Uh,
industry in the sense from the point of the what do you say from the news, gathering everything and then
uh,
sharing it. But oh
yeah,
my God, I need to find time to play. Yes, I agree.
yes. Every time I just look at my game collection, Dark Souls 3 is always just staring at me.
Dark Souls 3, here's our segue. Dark Souls
Uh,
3. Yeah,
one of these days, that game is fated to be played. One of these days. Yeah,
one of these days. How about
yeah.
right after podcast? I'm free tonight.
Oh, yeah, why not? I mean, I can boot it up for just that reason itself. Who knows? And we already have the first comment for tonight. Hey there, Hungry Wolf, how are you doing?
Hey, Hungry Wolf. Thank you for joining, man.
Yep, it's great for you to join us. And about last week, I was unable to see the last few comments before I signed off, so apologies for that. I still remember what you guys wrote. You wanted to make Kabutar the admin, but but then again, that power rests completely with Yashwant, so he's the one who should say yes or no. So yeah, and also in my recap, I forgot to also mention Last of Us Part Two, but yeah, Last of Us Part Two is coming out in January. So yeah, okay. Now he's quoting a famous saying: "When you stare at Dark Souls 3 for long, Dark Souls still stares back at you." Yeah, the original quote is stare long enough in the abyss and the abyss stares back at you. But
Straight
yeah,
back at you. That's a very smart one, man. You must be a Dark Souls fan to remember that line, to be quick enough to jump on that. That's
uh,
good one, man. Really good.
yeah, I could say it's my influence.
Uh, Whatever it is, he's
Yeah,
quick enough to remember that and put it out there. So that's good.
I mean, in fact, I don't know. I think it was Kabuto who did it. There's
Okay.
actually a sticker on the server called Certified AJ Moment. So whenever
Yep.
someone corrects someone's grammar or they make a lame joke or something, immediately someone will respond with Certified AJ Moment.
I
Like,
enjoyed them. Yep.
yeah. Angry Wolf enjoys them, and for those of you who don't know, Angry Wolf gives out a lot of recommendations for a lot of great games to play. So if
Yep.
you're on a server, you can ask him for games to play. I mean, I've never even heard about half the games he's played, so he knows quite a lot.
You know, I had the same reputation in college for me, but from the movies and series point of view. But yeah, I
Mm,
was the go-to guy with a hard disk for collection of movies and series. So I had 2 TB plus 2 TB, 2 TBs hard disk, and yeah, I was a go-to guy. And people just come to me, hey, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, what should I binge? What should I watch? And I think Hungry Wolf is the guy for games. If you don't know what to play this weekend, just ping him on our Discord and he'll guide you.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same scenario for me in college, but for me, it was always games.
Games.
Yeah, because back in those days, I mean, like 10 years ago and something, we did not have this unlimited internet and 4G and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So back then, having 8 Mbps itself was a huge thing. So me, I go every 3 months back to Dubai because I have a residence visa there. I cannot stay outside the country for more than 6 months. Otherwise, they'll take back my visa, which is horrible. So I go there every 3 months, and every 3 months I go there. I just get a lot of games, buy a lot of games there because they're very cheap.
Yeah.
And my friends are always like, before I leave, they give me a list. They're like, I want this game, I want this game. I want it. Okay, okay, okay. Go to Dubai, come back, and just
You were the Santa Claus for them.
I felt more like a dealer, but yeah, you can call it that. Yeah. Anyone wants games, immediately contact AJ. It's like, hey, where's AJ? Need the game, man. Okay, okay. Yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the first important news of this week, and that is the fact that Cyberpunk 2077 is receiving an Ultimate Edition, which is the physical edition for the game, and this will include the DLC Phantom Liberty, and it will be launching on December 5th for Xbox Series X, PS5, and PC. A little bit of controversy around this. The thing is that the
Yeah.
DLC comes preloaded inside the disc for Xbox, which will receive 3 discs actually, not just one. But the PS version will have the DLC as a voucher code. So you have to input that one-time use code, and then only you can get to download the DLC. And before we move on from that, I want to say that the price is currently 3,999. So yeah, oh my god. So 4,000
I
bucks.
think $4,000 for such a beautiful game, which has completely changed the opinion of gamers, is absolutely worth it, man. The 2.0 update, I think the 2.0 update should have been the 1.0 if they had enough time.
Yeah,
But still, 2.0 looks amazing, beautiful. I've seen the gameplays and it's what you say, CD project, right? Beautiful wall building. They do know how to do that. Amazing loads and everything. And with the DLC, yeah. So $4,000 is a steal, I would say, with such a huge. I think you could go hundreds and hundreds of hours inside this game, right? Yeah, easily a couple
yep,
hundred
yep,
for sure, without even thinking that you have spent a couple hundred hours. So
exactly.
yeah, so I think the only controversy, as Abdul pointed out, it's basically the PS5 doesn't come with the DLC in the disc for the PS5 version. So I think apart from that, actually this time Xbox is the what to say, the hero or the savior kind of thing. If you're worried about preservation and everything, of course go for the Xbox. If you have both the consoles and if you can't decide, it's pretty easy. Go for Xbox version of the game, no doubt.
Uh,
Yeah, 3 disc. I think I don't mind, man. I don't mind actually. It takes the same space, I suppose. So 1 disc or 3 disc, as long as I'm getting everything on the disc, I'm happy.
yeah, slight disclaimer there. If you have both the platforms, you have to first get money because I,
Absolutely, get the money.
I have both the platforms and I still don't have money for it. So I'm just like, okay, I can't do anything about it.
Angry Wolf says 399 is sorry, 3099 is not bad. I expected it to be costlier. The base game had 2 discs. Yeah, I think yeah, absolutely, man. I expected as well minimum 5,000 for DLC including, but 4,000, it's absolutely a great deal, I would say, for this amazing game.
Yep, exactly. And the reason why the DLC is not included in the PS5 version is because if they want to include it, they have to make a completely new SKU according to Sony. And CD Projekt Red is like, nah, we don't want to make an entirely new SKU. We just keep the DLC as a code and give it to you. because we know it's fully possible to do so because they released the Witcher Complete Edition with all of its DLCs within the disc itself. So it's a possible thing, but in the end, they were like, nah, we want to save some money, and so they didn't do it. Also, probably some time, who knows? But it's good.
I
Finally,
think
yeah,
at this point, right, for such a big game as this, Sony should jump in and should have some exemption kind of thing, right? Hey, it doesn't matter, man. Just yeah, you can just include it in the same SKU only. Will just put a side eye or something in the back end, but I think Sony is getting the kind of backlash because of this. It sounds like that CD Projekt Red was lazy to have a new SKU and maybe for cost as well. But still, in such cases, maybe two teams could come to an agreement and uh, do what's best for the gamers, or not what's best for the studios. That's what I would say.
I doubt that because if you remember the entire Cyberpunk debacle when it was launched, Sony removed it from the PlayStation Store, and those who bought
Yeah.
it were offered refunds. So I don't think they'll offer any side eye or jump into this opportunity or whatever. It'll just make
That is
Sony
true.
look bad. So yeah, I think they'll just be like, you know what, never mind. Anyways, moving on. Starfield has received an update which will add NVIDIA DLSS support. It's out now. Previously, it was available only for Steam as an early thing, to test it out for a week. Now it's available for Xbox and the regular PC version which you buy from the Microsoft Store, I guess. And other than this graphical improvement and whatnot, the only other interesting thing is the fact that now you can eat the food which is placed around the world. So yeah, if you're hungry, you just see something, you eat it. I don't
I
know.
think the sandwich was so delicious. Everybody wanted like, I want to eat it,
Yeah,
and Bethesda was like, yeah, let me get you that sweet sandwich.
yeah. But imagine if it was like it's a sci-fi. So imagine if they actually put some science into it. Perhaps it's contaminated by some alien virus or something, and you'll just end up dying from
Uh,
eating it. But I don't think they'll put that much of a thought into it necessarily.
thought or effort, yes, the details.
But
Maybe in future DLCs, I suppose.
I mean, yeah, maybe we can just keep speculating for all it's worth.
Yeah.
Anyways, Cult of the Lamb is receiving its next free major update called Sins of the Flesh, and it will be launching in early 2024. It will include lots of new stories, plenty of features, and much more. Which that's all they said. They didn't say anything else than that, except for much more. So yeah. Anyways, the game Killer Instinct is getting its 10th anniversary edition. Okay, wow. So looks like some games just don't want to, get old. They just want to celebrate their age. I mean, it's good. It's not taking this Skyrim or GTA 5 approach, but yeah, this is better. Like stay there and then after 10 years give it an upgrade or something instead of like new console generation comes put a new version for that and so on and so forth. But yeah, anyways. So details regarding that is that the base game is still free, but the roster will rotate weekly instead of every 2 weeks. The
Before
other,
we continue, Hungry Wolf says Cult of the Lamb is a game you should play. So yeah, you have your recommendation from Hungry Wolf. Go ahead. It's Hungry Wolf certified from ICG. So
yes,
you have your game for the week.
yes. Now that's been thankfully to Hungry Wolf, we have a suggestion. Now I just need the funds for it.
I think
Yeah.
we should have we should include a section in our podcast, Hungry Wolf Game of the Week, kind
Uh,
of thing, I suppose. Let's as long as he's okay to do that, why not? He'll just suggest 1 week for every, sorry, one game for every week, and yeah, let's just put it out there. Let's make it what do you say, a friend, every podcasting.
sure, I'll discuss it with him. I'm sure he'll be willing to offer some recommendations.
You have high praise for him, so like, why not
Yeah,
other gamers' experience as well?
yeah, sure, why not? So moving on, the anniversary edition has the holiday skins unlocked. The definitive edition owners will get an upgrade to the anniversary edition, and because the definitive edition is going to get delisted, so from now on it's only going to be the base game, and now the 10th anniversary edition. Now moving on, next thing we're just going to talk about the amount of sales each games have got. But before that, we got a comment from Aishwarya Marathe. Hey, finally back. Hey man, how are you doing?
Hey, Aishwarya Marathe. How are you doing? Thank you for joining, man. Appreciate it. Yes, I'm
Yes,
back. Thank you.
yes. So how is your controller? Are you enjoying your controller? For Yashwant who doesn't know, Aishwarya is the one who won the giveaway for the Sage controller customization.
Okay. Hey, good to go, man. Yeah. Enjoy the Itachi custom skin. It's a cool one. I saw the pictures. It looks absolutely beautiful.
Yep. Anyways, moving on. So, Life is Strange has surpassed 20 million players. This is another game that many of my friends have been telling me to play. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I've also added that to my list. So I should play it sometime. I don't know when, but I will.
I
Anyways,
heard that it has a very good storytelling and makes perfect sense
yep.
to play that game.
Yeah, one of my friends says it's a very big emotional roller coaster and stuff like that. Very
Yeah.
moving game. So yeah, I should definitely give it a shot. Man, I'm just adding more games to my backlog. I have to finish the games I have first. I mean, just 2 days ago I completed this Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. So now I have to play the remake to kind of continue the story. So I'm all set for Rebirth. But yeah, anyways, actually it says the controllers are fun, but I'm stuck on Spider-Man 1. I'm stuck on my Spider-Man 1 for AC Origins. We'll move to that when it start Apex. Okay.
Okay.
So the side panels will come in useful. Just clack from the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, anyways, moving on. So, A Plague Tale Requiem has surpassed 3 million players. Focus Entertainment and Asobo are teaming up again for another exciting project. I wonder what that'll be. Yes,
Yeah.
Robocop Rogue City was Nakon's best ever launch. Over 435,000 players played Robocop in its first 2 weeks. I mean, yeah, it was shown off recently in some showcase. I forgot which one it is, but it was pretty good when I saw it. I think it was the
Yeah.
Xbox showcase. I don't remember properly.
Yeah, I saw some reviews as well that this feels, what do you say, kind of grounded and more RoboCop that you want the RoboCop franchise to feel like. That's a good high praise, and yeah, check it out if you are looking for that sort of genre.
Yeah. And then Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown has sold over 5 million copies worldwide. Goes to show like that many people like to get into fighter jets and shoot at the jet stop. Yeah. And then this game I've never heard of before, but it's called The House in Fata Morgana. Okay, it has sold 100,000 copies on Steam. That's nice. And I think with that we have that's all the sales records we know.
Actually, right now you see, right, we have seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points that point out that they are selling good, which is Life is Strange, A Plague Tale, Requiem, Robocop, Ace Combat 7, and The House in Fata Morgana. And one side you're seeing huge sales, and the other side you're seeing layoffs. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very weird year, I would say, for gaming in 2023, where e- everybody says that it's an amazing year for gamers. So many beautiful and amazing games have come out. We also see that indies such as Sea of Stars or Baldur's Gate 3, we just come out of nowhere, like Hi-Fi Rush as well. And then you see, on the other hand, where the engineers, the developers are getting laid off. It's heartbreaking. I don't know where the money is going. It's obviously the management, I suppose, but recognize your developers, man. That's what I'll tell.
yeah,
But it's good to see that maybe it's the turning point, it's the tilting point. I don't know, but hoping to see only the good news going forward.
yeah. So do I. Everyone should be like Atlas Studio now. Pay your employees more.
Yes.
So another important news: Ubisoft has said that the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake has passed an important internal milestone and development is progressing, which means that they probably must have just started it, perhaps.
That is so good, man. That is so good.
Yeah, if I'll decide, okay, let's start the remake, I will
Start
just
the
tweet
remake.
saying that we passed an important milestone. We actually bothered starting it, so that's an important milestone.
Important milestone for Ubisoft. But last time I heard that Ubisoft India was the one that had uh, majority of the hands on the game, right? So and then they said, yeah, no, yeah, you guys just worry about support, I suppose, and then they took all the big development thing, I think. But still, some part is there from Ubisoft India as well. So let's see how what it turns out to be.
Yep, yep. Anyways, Rockstar sunsets the Rockstar Social Club and integrates a lot of its features on the website itself in preparation for GTA 6. Man, the amount of rumors for GTA 6 will never stop, will they?
I mean, it's inevitable, man. Once Rockstar they just come out and say that, okay, hey, FYI, next month we are going to release the next iteration, or what did they say exactly? Next version or something like that of our GTA games, and you cannot. You basically have to expect that this will continue to happen for carrying into December. We are so close, so close. 5 days into December, and maybe early first week of December, the internet's gonna be blown away.
Yeah,
Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my god!" And I saw a tweet that some gamer friends they gave up smoking so that they could live long enough to play GTA 6. It sounded so good and weird at the same time. Like, okay, that's your highest standard. You're living because of GTA 6. You should be living because you want to live, or you should be living because you want to help your family or something. But sure, whatever gets you to live longer, whichever, I mean, that's good. You're giving up smoking, but yeah, giving up smoking to live longer to play GTA 6. GTA 6 is more than a game at this point, man.
I mean, GTA 5 itself was like the biggest media franchise with the budget and everything.
Yep.
But yeah, everyone has their own priorities. So I mean, it's in a way it's good getting rid of a bad habit because of another bad habit. But okay, it's people are people. They do what they can. And Aishwarya says GTA 5 Online 2 is coming soon. Ah, okay, yeah, quite possible. I
I think it
mean,
will be completely overshadowed by GTA 6 for sure, no doubt.
yeah,
I would be surprised if anybody stays in GTA 5 online at that point. But yeah, Rockstar gonna milk.
exactly. And this time, I don't know, they might do it for 15 years or 20 years. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Well, anyways, moving on. This is a news that I really like. The Nier
yeah.
series producer Yosuke Saito said that they will continue to develop the Nier series as long as Yoko Taro is alive. They will also they also work together on a new game which they want to reveal sometime next year. For those of you who don't know, I'm a huge fan of both the Nier games, Replicant and Automata. You should, for those of you who haven't played it yet, definitely check out Nier Replicant version 1.22474487139 dot 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 on PlayStation Plus Extra. Yeah, so if I can remember the number, you can pretty much see how much I love the game. So yeah,
And do you think that people should play any different near game to play this near automata version? Something.
Nier Replicant is the first one. So yeah, it's best to just get started. It's right there. I mean, it's a remake from the 2010 original, which is there for the PS3 and no one heard about. It has a cult following, and now it's there, and it's like now come they made remade it again in the year 2021, and I'm still confused as to why they did not make it for the PS5 and just decided to make it for the
Yeah,
PS4. But yeah, they made it, so it's there. And Hungry Wolf asked what was the actual number. There was no actual number for the first game. The first game was just called Near, and that's it. And actually, there were two different versions. One was called Near Replicant, that was Japanese only. Then we had Near Gestalt, which came out for Xbox 360 and PS3. And the only difference is that they decided to change the main character. I don't know who came up with this idea, but they thought that the idea of having playing as a young boy would not appeal to the Western audiences. So instead, they changed the male character and main character into a grown-up, muscular dad-like character. And when they made the remake, they found out that no one actually cared. So they just decided to make it a young boy again. So the reason, I mean, the actual number they thought of is they should call it 1.5. But then some genius in the studio decided to be like, we'll do the square root of 1.5, and that comes out to 1.2247448739. Yeah, and I think Yashwant's video is stuck. Yo, Yashwant, you there? I know I can't hear him. I guess he is stuck. Meanwhile, CHY is there. Hey guys. He says hi guys, sorry. Hey the CHY, how are you doing? I an angry will fast. I mean, was that the actual number and replicant that you said? Yes, I am. If you want, you can go ahead and check. And CHY is saying, is it worth buying Cyberpunk Ultimate if I haven't played the game? I mean, sure, why not? It's pretty much like priced like the what do you say, the standard price for a new PS4 game. So it's a good price for an Ultimate version. So yeah, definitely give it a try. Yashwant is calculating. I don't think he's calculating. I think he has some sort of connection issues. I don't know what it is. Okay, he left. Uh, then okay, we can wait till he's back. Uh, in the meantime, I'll just wait eagerly for the next near game. Uh, right. CHI says Yashwant is watching Twitter. I mean, what is he going to be watching on Twitter, man? He only has to post stuff on Twitter. He's busy with the podcast. What is he going to be watching on Twitter? Anyways, moving on to the next news topic. The Pokemon Company's Chief Operating Officer, Takato Utsunomiya, said in an interview with the Garden that Guardian, sorry, not Guardian. He said in an interview with the Guardian that our goal is to keep Pokemon alive for hundreds of years. Okay, wow, that's crazy. Video games are truly at the core of the brand, and that will continue. And regardless of whether they publicly respond or not, we are always paying very close attention to the feedback and conversations happening in the communities. Oh, so yeah, so even if people feel like they're not listening to us, apparently they do listen to all the feedback. I don't know how true that is, but that's the case. In the meantime, welcome back, Yashwant. What happened?
Oh my God. Windows rebooted, man. I goddamn Windows. It just went into a reboot all of a sudden.
Nice.
Oh my God. But yeah, do not trust Windows, man. When you're doing something important, never ever go with Windows.
Well, I'm very loyal to Windows because that's what I've been using for the past 20 odd years. But, I mean, Macs are expensive. I don't want to switch because
Ah,
of it.
yes, MacBook is expensive, but you can control every aspect, I suppose. But this was very weird. All of a sudden, my laptop was like, "Yeah, man, it's time to reboot." So let's just do it in middle of podcast. But yeah, I'm back. Sorry for that.
No issues. Anyways, I should ask what if Valorant releases on consoles? I don't know, people will play it. What other thing will they do? They will play it. And CHY says, I think it is available. And I said, nope, just like Counter Strike. And okay, Angarwal says, Windows doing Windows things. Yeah, Windows does these things.
Windows doing Windows things. Yes. Hey, CH Pedareto. Thank you for joining, man.
Yes, Yesvanth and says, thank you for joining and stuff. And anyways, moving on. This is finally something, I guess, at least for me. So the studio Shift Up, who has made the game called Goddess of Victory Nike. I don't know. It's Nike, so it's I think it's Nike. Uh, Whatever. Anyways, they have finalized their publishing deal with Sony for Stellar Blade. So Shift Up will become Sony's first second party partner in Korea. Okay, I only heard about first parties and third parties. I don't know what is a second party uh, partner. Do you have any idea, Yashwant?
No clue, man. Maybe Blue Point at one stage sounded like a first party studio kind of thing. And then now it became their studio. So yeah, maybe it's on the track to become first party. It's like your promotion, I suppose. You become third party, second party, first party, and then you are welcoming. You are part of PlayStation party. So
And
no, I no clue.
yes. But finally, after so long, more than a year, we are getting news about Stellar Blade. And
Yes.
apparently, it had a 2023 release date, but it's probably delayed to 2024.
Yeah, it's. I think it's almost confirmed, man. 2024 seems absolutely the time that Stellar Blade will come out, but no way that it's coming this year.
Yeah, disappointed, but okay, if they use that time to make the game better, why not? Anyways,
Yep.
in further news, a former technical director at the Lost Boys Interactive Studio has listed three unannounced games from Gearbox in a now deleted LinkedIn post. So the games that he listed was Borderlands 4, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands 2, and Brothers in Arms. According to him, they're all made in Unreal Engine 4. I guess they didn't want to make this news publicly known, so it was deleted. But
Hey, also, you see the former technical director. So maybe he was angry about the games. The studio maybe fired him or laid him off. So he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just tweet out the games that I was working on. Let's see how it pans out for you." Maybe he was afraid of the lawsuit and everything. So it's like, "I'm sorry. Let's suppose that never happened. Let's get back to our lives."
a little too late for escaping from the vigilant eyes of news, the press
Yeah,
everywhere, the paparazzi,
the internet.
the internet, yes, the internet. So, Toge Productions, the studio which made Coffee Talk, which is one of my most favorite games ever. And one of the first games that I got a platinum, I mean, not platinum, 100% in. So, yeah, it was acquired Mokigen Studio, which has made the game a space for the unbound. So, I don't know. It's good, I guess, but I'm not a one fan of acquisitions as you already know. So, moving on, as you guys
Maybe
know,
acquisitions in small companies, the small, what you say, developers. I think it's okay because they get more resources, they get more developers to join them to lend the manpower, as they say. So I think why not, right? For small companies.
oh, sorry about that. My nephew was in the room, so I was just looking at him. Anyways, moving on. As you all know, Hideki Kamiya, one of the co-founders of Platinum Games, has left the company and he started his own YouTube channel. And he was, he's talking about his life on that and all that stuff. So in his latest YouTube video, he said that he planned the Bayonetta saga to be 9 episodes long. So that's 9 games in the series now. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, for the family.
for the family, but this time it's for the players.
For the
We
players.
we need to make 9 games from the series. But ever since leaving Platinum Games, he says that now he will take those plans to his grave. So this guy has 9 games prepared in his mind already. So I don't think that we'll be able to play his vision of the game or whatever,
Yeah,
because he thinks that Platinum Games will still work on more Bayonetta games in the future. But I think it'll be from the creative thought process of some other director or person, whatever. So yeah, I guess we'll never see his version of Bayonetta. As Infinity Ward has opened a new studio in Texas to create new and innovative experiences for Call of Duty. I just feel like laughing at that. I mean, what are the new and innovative experiences you can offer for Call of Duty? I mean, these guys basically just created a DLC as a main game and released it for a full price.
yeah.
I think that's their idea of innovation. But I don't know. Maybe they'll surprise me with something even worse than that. Yeah. Anyways, Hungry Wolf says, wait, nice. I have a space for the Unbound on my wish list.
Good, good. Yeah.
Interesting. I haven't heard of that game. The only Unbound I know is Need for Speed Unbound. I don't know which Unbound you're talking about. And CHOG says 150 GB download on top of that. Yeah, it's eating a lot of space, man. I mean,
Call of
seriously,
Duty. Yeah.
one Call of Duty game is enough to take up like half the storage space of an entire PS5. So, and this is after the compression of Kraken. It's even worse over on
Yeah.
Xbox. I,
Absolutely.
I mean, I was just scrolling through Reddit the other day, and someone showed me like someone shared a screenshot or something of the storage required for Call of Duty. I think Black Ops Cold War or something. I'm not sure, but
Hmm.
it I don't know if it was an error, but it showed 400 GB. I'm like, whoa, that is just plain crazy for a game. Yeah, so Hungry Wolf says it is Texas. Maybe gamers can shoot actual people in COD. No,
Texas.
this is the land of the freedom, land of the free.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. This is something. This sort of jokes is something we should keep within the server, not public over here. Okay. Yes, but freedom intensifies with that kind of
CH532 says more like call of downloads.
nice one. That was nice.
Ubisoft running ads. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah,
Development
coming to the point of that, right? Ubisoft now, technical error. So take it how you want. Maybe they were just saying how people would react, but there was a ad in one of their Ubisoft games, and it was for the Modern Warfare 3 with 20% off, I suppose. The ad was that, and they were testing it out. I suppose ads. No, ads are part of games, so get used to that for online games. That will be the norm. I mean, it just so obvious. That's the next step, I suppose. You make every game online necessary. If you're online, you get ads. That's as simple as it is. But that's the future we can't avoid. Maybe if gamers say outright come out and say that, hey man, this is too much. No games, sorry, no ads in the games. Then we might not see that. But until everybody comes out and say that makes sense from the studios and the gaming industry.
yeah, fair enough. But I think studios at this point just want to make as much money as possible. Yeah. Anyways, Hungry Wolf says a space for the Unbound from the studio that Coffee Talk Studio. But
Yeah, yeah. And Coffee Talk, Abdul is pretty huge fan of that game, so he's well aware of that.
sorry, you continue. I should. I'm having a bit of a
No
cough.
worries, no worries. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. From the Epic versus Google lawsuit, Phil Harrison, former CEO of Stadia, this is where this might be going, asked Google to invest big in Epic Games. $2 billion to be in fact for a 20% stake in Epic. That's a huge, huge dollars for a 20% stake in Epic. Another idea was teaming up with Tencent to acquire 100% of Epic. Good thing Stadia is not a thing anymore. Maybe Google still has their eyes on Epic, but oh my God, I think Epic could use that money, man. Epic, in one of our podcasts, we did point it out that Epic was not making profit. Yeah, I think it was from the lawsuit as well, right? Yeah, from the lawsuit, Epic did come out and say that we are not making any profit since the Epic Store was launched. All the free games that they were giving out didn't come in handy, I suppose. So yeah, I think 2 billion would have been a huge addition to their requirement. But and then Google teaming up with Tencent, which is a huge conglomerate in gaming industry, to acquire 100% of Epic, which sounds so bad. That these huge companies try to just gobble up these good independent kind of studios and developers, which is completely we're against of such a kind of acquisitions. Good thing it didn't happen. Hoping that it won't happen. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Tencent is a Chinese company, so if you buy it along with Tencent, then it's pretty much gonna be taken over by the Chinese. Google won't have much of a say in it.
Yeah.
And in fact, after writing this article only, I was like, there's a lawsuit happening between Epic and Google. I don't know. So then I was like, okay, fair enough. But Google wanting to buy Epic. Oh my God, this is another big thing, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sure Google wants to get into gaming, but then why does everyone choose the acquisition route? I have no clue about that.
Yeah, instead of acquisitions, give some money to the games like some indie studios. Like, have a spotlight kind of thing, man. Every major movie studios have this spotlight where they look out for the beautiful movies in some film festivals or go to these basically festivals to see which movies they can purchase, and that kind of makes sense. You are buying a product which you believe instead of buying the company kind of thing. So yeah, have a spotlight kind of thing for these gaming industries as well. Like the PlayStation Heroes is something that will encourage these indies. So have something like that. Put your money in the game that you want. Do not put your money in the studio that you want to buy.
Exactly, good point. And CHO says on Twitter, I saw your gameplay clip from Steam's latest hit, Lethal Company. I laughed so much.
Yeah, I saw that from one of the tweet as well, and I had to tweet about that. It was so good. What to say? This surround, the spatial audio or the surround or the proximity sound. Sorry, yes, proximity sound was so epic, man. When the guy was it's being pulled away, he was continuously screaming. And I was like, ah! So good. The reverb was yeah amazing. It was so what do you say funny for me to not share that.
Now I'm interested to go and watch that clip on Twitter. I should do
Do
so
it.
after the podcast is over. I'll have a look. And Hungry Will says only Epic Store is not making profit. I mean, yeah. And and I think this is the perfect segue to say that Deliver Us Mars is now free on Epic
Yeah.
till November 30th. The link to the game is in the description below, so go ahead and claim it. So sometime in the future when you plan on playing it, it will be available for free. So
Yeah.
Deliver Us Mars is available. The link is in the description. So go ahead and just add it to your library. Enjoy. Right then. Now we'll come to the segment which is more or less something that I hate. But yeah. Harry Kruger leaves Housemark after nearly 15 years. He was the game director of Returnal, Next Machina, and more. Oh my god.
Machina.
Machina. Okay, Next Machina. Thank you for correcting me. And yeah, Bilal was very sad to hear that. because Bilal
Yeah,
is a huge Returnal fan. In
I
fact,
see that. Yes.
he's so much of a Returnal fan that other games do not seem very interesting to him for so long. He tries other games and then suddenly I see on Discord that Bilal is playing in Returnal. Like, I'm pretty sure by now he has around 800 hours in the game.
Oh my God, that's a lot from even it's a rogue-like game and you don't see everything same every run, but 800 hours, maybe he has seen all possibilities at least for one level. He was like, yeah, he's like a time traveler. Before entering, he was like, yeah, okay, look to there, look here, shoot there, shoot that. He's gonna be a Jedi kind of thing.
He posts videos of his gameplay where he just walks into a boss room, destroys them, and it's like just another Monday morning. And
That's just Monday morning. No, that's just what is it? Thursday or Wednesday? Monday is not good, man.
okay, then fine, another Sunday
There's just
morning.
another Tuesday or something. I think it's called another Tuesday something. Yeah, let's just go with another Tuesday.
Just another
It's just
Tuesday.
another Tuesday for
Just another.
Bilal. Yes,
Yeah. And then CHY says life strain surpassing 20 million players is a win for the whole gaming community. Yes, I completely agree.
that is absolutely true. Yeah.
And like I said, Aishwarya also says Beluda is the saddest because of this news. I
Yep.
mean, you are the one who told him the news, and he was like, really? Did he leave the company? Oh my god. And Angry Wolf says that Bilal is going to be replacing him. Yeah, he wishes he will be replacing him. I don't think that's the case. And Aishwarya says Celine won't be the same anymore. I mean, he's been the same for more than 2 years, man. He's been,
She's stuck in the loop.
yeah, and Bilal has been seeing her for 2 years. I mean,
Yes.
800 hours. He spent 800 hours with her. Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds wrong, so I take that back. So yeah,
But I
uh,
think this is huge disappointment for Sony and Returnal Studios. But I don't know the Housemark studio. Returnal and Next Machina are huge games, man. They were amazingly brilliant games from Housemark, and knowing that Harry is the game director for these two games, I'm pretty confident that he is going for something big. Maybe he's starting his own game company, or he's like, no, maybe after by Housemark being acquired by Sony, the PlayStation, maybe he felt his creative decisions might not be respected under the umbrella of PlayStation, I suppose. Not sure how to take this. Maybe he wanted to leave as early as the acquisition, but might sound so bad since the game was recently launched, everything was going good, it was purchased, blah blah blah, and he to not show that his dissatisfaction, maybe he waited an year or more, and then he was decided like, hey, yeah, it's time to leave, time to spread my wings or something like that, to start my own studio or to do something great elsewhere. But yeah, I'm pretty confident whatever game he will be directing or creating next year will be as beautiful and amazing as Returnal and Ex Machina.
yes, I hope all the best for him. I hope wish him all the best for the future. Meanwhile, CHY says that PlayStation Portal is being tracked as a game console. That is very weird.
Yes, that is weird as well. Yeah. The
What?
US thing, I think, I don't know, I forgot the name. Sarner, Sarner, I think, I don't know. But that is the one that tracks all these hardware console sales, and they are apparently tracking the Portal as a console sale. Just imagine Portal, which is basically what you say, a remote play device, being considered as a console sale. I don't know what was the thought process behind that. That person should absolutely is out of sync or out of touch in the gaming industry. He was like, yeah, man, let's just yeah, maybe he did it for the news publicity, I suppose. Like, um, this will get their notice, right? When you consider it, every industry, every person in the gaming industry will turn their heads and ask, like, really? Is that what you want to do? At least for the notice or the news or the virality of that, maybe they're like, yeah, let's just do something crazy and weird, and let's see what happens, kind of thing. I don't know what was the thought process, but completely weird. I agree.
And to add more salt to the wound, I won't call it a wound, but uh, that's just the phrase I came up with immediately. But it's the fact that in Spain, I guess, I think it was Spain, the PlayStation Portal has outsold the Xbox. So
Yes.
I don't know, man.
I people I think has lot of money than what a recession may sounds does sound like. It's recession is inevitable, or it's already here, or it will be here. Doesn't care. People don't care, man. They want to enjoy. They're spending the money, and maybe that's what keeping the recession out. I suppose people are just buying, man. Uh, Keeping the money in the market. So. Uh, People just want to buy crazy things these days, and um, these what is it, studios, they're happy to bring these crazy things.
I mean, I thought it would be a niche market, but looks like I was wrong completely.
I was surprised as well. Yeah, maybe we will be surprised if it launches in India 3 months down the line, of course, no doubt in that. But still, I would right now. I would not be surprised if it goes out of stock on the first day pre-order itself.
hmm I mean, I was looking through X. This sounds so wrong, but
Still sounds weird, yes.
yeah, I was going through X and there have been so many posts like, I mean, it's a 60-40 something, like 60 positive, 40 negative. Negative part is that even though it has Wi-Fi, you still need like some sort of active internet connection in order for it to access that Wi-Fi or some issue like that. And on the plus side, there's like some people like I've traveled to my parents' house that is some 100 miles away from my house, and I just connected to my parents' Wi-Fi, and while my son is playing some game on the TV, I'm trying to get 100% in Spider-Man 2 on my PlayStation Portal and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, if I go to my relative's house, they won't let me use my phone itself. So I don't know if I can take a PlayStation Portal or something. But yeah,
So
that's the
you can
case.
play a different game on your PS5 console and you can play a different game on your portal at the
No,
same time.
not really. It's like because in order to remote play, you need to at least have your PS on rest mode. I guess I'm not exactly sure, but
No, that's okay. What I'm saying is when you're playing one game on your PlayStation 5 console, can you play a different game on your PlayStation portal at
no,
the same time?
no, not really. A PlayStation, whatever game you're going to play on the portal is the one that will be on your PlayStation. So someone else might occupy the TV to do something else. Your PlayStation will be on rest mode, and you can play the game on portal. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's what it is.
I think if they bring this feature, Sony, I huge feature. So yeah, hire me. you can you can play PlayStation 5, a different game on your PlayStation 5 console, and parallelly play a different game on your portal. Maybe that's a selling point for people who have one console and want to play at the same time. I think it's a selling point. Absolutely, why not, right? Uh, yeah, I don't see a reason why they can't do that. Maybe there's some limitations on the hardware capacity on how much you can allocate to this and that, and still, but I think that's something they should be considering. Uh, why not?
Yeah, I think Aishwarya has the correct sort of comment for this. It's just my mobile will also be tracked as a console soon because of remote play. But God,
Ah,
that
no.
happens.
Well, Apple will come out and say this is a console. Their iPhone is a console, best gaming console. That's what they are going for, right? So why not, man? Why not? Mobile phones are also consoles going forward.
Not as powerful, but okay.
Yeah,
Angry Wolf says time loop games slash movies slash books are the best. I agree with you.
I agree, man. Anything related to time loop, I'm right there with you. I still haven't watched the primer. I think that's the movie, right? The crazy time uh, time variants or the time branches, everything, the alternate universe. I think it's called Primer or something, but yeah. And
I don't know, bro.
I'm huge. I'm keeping it. I don't know why I'm not watching it yet. Maybe I'll just watch it tomorrow. but it's something I'm waiting, I suppose, to see for the
Cool.
right time.
Whenever I think of time loop, I'm always reminded of Tom Cruise's movie Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you cannot go wrong with that movie, man. Yes,
I
fun
still
movie.
remember that back in 2014, I went to IMAX with my father and watched the entire movie. And in 3D and everything, it was awesome. At the end of the
Yep.
movie, my father was like, "What sort of movie is this? What nonsense." Yeah,
Apt response from parents, yes.
yeah, I mean, it's it depends on the audience, of course. It is a good movie.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, we have Billu. Billuda. Hey, man. Hey, thank you for joining.
yes, hello there, Billu. How are you doing? We missed quite a lot of comments.
Before we move on, why one more suggestion is there's this anime called Erased. I
Okay.
loved that anime. It was really. It's also on time concept only. So if you're an anime fan or if you want to watch quick anime, which is very short, maybe just one season, very small episodes, watch Erased. It's worth your time.
Yes, and Angry Wolf says it is actually called Primal. Yes, the name of the thing is called
Primal,
Primal.
yes. Yep.
Yep, yep. So yeah, and Bilal asks, have you guys watched The Contact? That movie is simply awesome. I will definitely have a look at it now since Bilal himself is like the movie is awesome.
Yep.
So yeah, it's worth a watch now, I guess. Anyways, moving away from getting sidetracked, I
Yeah.
I already have a like little bit left to go, and we can come back to chatting. So
Yep.
yeah, the PlayStation Mobile Studios Savage Game Studios has been rebranded as Neon Koi. Oh, weird name, but okay. A few months ago, several top executives left the studio.
Mm.
I think that's expected. And of course, the news I hate the most, but it's the last one of the segment. Last week, of course, we learned that Embracer laid off over 900 people, but now a new report shows that Crystal Dynamics alone has laid off 10% of their workforce. They're currently working on Xbox's Perfect Dark and the next Tomb Raider game. And with that, I will conclude all the news topics I have for this week. Now, I guess we can jump into the comments and talk to
Jump
everybody.
into comments. Yes, yes, yes. I'm waiting for that.
Yeah,
So, erased, yes. Hungry Wolf, I was correct. Yes, thank you. Also, The Arrival. Oh my God. Is this The Arrival Denis Villeneuve directed? If I think, is it just, I think it's just Arrival, if I'm not wrong, or whatever it is. But
I think
yes,
Arrival is the one with Amy Adams.
Amy
That's,
Adams. Yes,
yeah,
yes. And the, what do you say, the
spaceship.
kind of weird spaceship. Yes, it was so captivating the entire time. I was in my second year, I think, so I was a sophomore at the time, and yes, I had my nougat noodles for the Friday, and I was watching it. It was so sad. There was a rain on that day, and I have pretty good memory because I loved that movie, and I cherished every second of that movie. It's a beautiful movie. Everybody should watch as well. Let's see. All alien and time lapse focus movies. Yes, man. Alien, times. Uh, we are there. Uh, I think it just makes sense. There's so much to explore when you say aliens and the unknown, the contact. It just piques our interest. As humans, we are afraid and curious at the same time of the things that we don't know. So, when you have concepts such as these, everything involving time and aliens, of course we don't understand everything about time. Of course, we don't know if aliens exist. So, we are interested, curious, not scared because they are just movies. So, for now,
Yeah,
we are interested.
yeah, yeah. Anyways, CHI says good days. I am, and it seems like all the old days are good days. These days are never
Days.
days.
Simple days, I would say.
We are getting old, so maybe that's when. CHI says, Billala, tell me when you sell Cyberpunk for 100 rupees. I don't think you'll be doing that. Don't worry.
Not any day, man. Cyberpunk is worth a collection in your shelf. Absolutely worth it to keep it. So I don't think Bill will sell it off.
I think he's had the game for a year and still not touched it. So,
Ah, okay, okay, okay. I think it's absolutely the right time to get into Cyberpunk, man. If you already have it, absolutely the right time to jump in and just explore that beautiful, beautiful night city.
Yeah, and Billard says, lol, let me play that. I have some long vacation coming up in December. You pick it up and play. Okay?
All IT guys, December is a long weekend, man. What we do is we just save all the leaves and then we take long vacation in December. That's what all IT people do. They don't carry forward to your next year. So basically, if you don't use it, they don't carry forward. It's just waste of leaves. So what we do is we just take all the leaves by end of the year, like our own what do you say, summer vacation, but in winter.
I am taking note of this, and now I'll know exactly when to bother you for Dark Souls. December, yes.
The secret is out. Yes.
Yes, in December we will play Dark Souls.
Success for sure.
Yeah,
And Hangable says one time loop movie that may not be suggested a lot. Time crimes. Okay, never heard of it. Maybe that's the reason of it, but okay, not suggested. That's good.
yeah, okay. Time
Okay.
Crisis.
CHY32 says, do you work from home? Yes. It's up to me. I can work from home. I can work from Hyderabad. I can work from Bangalore. My company is very flexible. I'm very, very glad of that. Great place to work.
Yes,
GPTW. We use this word GPTW. Great place to work.
nice. But they're not flexible enough to let you play Dark Souls, unfortunately.
Axel's right. Come on. Okay, for your sake, I'm
Yeah,
putting my time today tonight, man. Let's do this after the podcast. Let's just try jump into the Dark Souls 3 after this. Hey guys, if possible, we will stream that game. I think why not, right? We can stream that game. So
right.
we will be back maybe after 10, 20 minutes after this podcast. We'll just set it up. I don't know how to stream. I never streamed from my PS5 console. So maybe Abdul will stream it because he has all the bosses and everything to
Yeah,
have more fun. So we'll just stream it from Abdul. Let's go to Dark Souls 3, man. Why not?
yeah, yeah. And if it's not possible now, then of course there is always December.
Sure, sure.
Yeah,
Billud says, yeah, I started twice, and both the times they said they are having some updates. So pushed it. Now that all over and CD project moves to new project, let me pick that. Absolutely the right time. And he also says, no, bro, mostly office, 1 or 2 days at home. This guy, man, Billu, he is my inspiration, man. Billu is my inspiration. He, I don't know how much everybody knows about him. I don't want to say that, but he finds time to play these games. I don't know how he does that with all the things going on in his life. If I can do that at the stage that Billu is, I would be the most luckiest person, man. I would be the most luckiest person, no doubt, hands down. Billu is amazing to find these times to play the games that he loves, and I need to find time as well. He is inspiration to many, many, and a lot of IT employees.
well, looks like you jinxed it. If something happens now, you're going to get the blame because this already happened. Many people have actually been like, "Hey, Bildu, how come you get the time to play games for this and that?" And then immediately like, "Oh, thanks to you guys, I haven't touched my PS in the last 3 days. God damn it!" So now Yashwant will be part of the blame. So
No,
we,
man, it's all praise. Yeah, my thing will always be positive only. I'm always positive vibes, so it's gonna be good.
yeah, I think Bilal just said his secret. No Facebook, no Insta, no YouTube. I put everything into games.
Okay. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Yeah. I have stopped using Facebook's last 7 years. Didn't even touch it. Instagram, I don't follow any page other than friends. Literally zero memes page, zero content, zero heroes, nothing, zero. Just friends. That's it. Friends and family. And I even snooze all the ads, man. There is an option to, there are promoted ads, right? So the first thing every 30 days I do is snooze for 30 days because I can't snooze the ads for 1 year or so. If I have, I would do that. But the first thing every 30 days I do is snooze the ad for 30 days. I Yes, I do spend a lot of time on Twitter. Insanely a lot of time. I never imagined 3 years ago if you just asked Yeshwanth, hey man, your future is gonna be in Twitter. No, you must be joking. But yeah, Was never a user on Twitter, and completely Twitter takes over my life now. And now, thanks to ICG,
Yeah,
I'm there almost all the time. And yeah, otherwise I would, if I didn't have Abdul and Billu, I wouldn't be. It wouldn't be possible to manage Discord as well. So thank you for that, guys.
yeah, because of you, you got hooked into Twitter. Now I'm hooked into Discord. What to do?
Discord, we have things now.
Yes, very big
People
priority.
who trust us. So yes,
Yeah,
one thing I want to point out, right? So Twitter ICG grew kind of in a night. 15,000 for a Twitter account is basically, I would say, in a night that we got. I'm still learning as well. I didn't grow genuinely or organically. Genuinely in the sense, yes, there was a need. People came in and joined. That was genuine. But organically in the sense, people loved the content which we were sharing. Nothing like that. It was just restock, and nothing much. Just restock for more than a 1.5 year. And then, yeah, if there was any weird tweet, just let me know. I'm still learning as well because everything came into place pretty quickly. Don't know how to manage it still. I'm learning as well. So please bear with me. That's my what do you say, humble request.
yes. I'll read CHO's comments before I read the rest because they are funny. CHO says same. After 2020, I only use Twitter, and he's telling you to get that blue tick. So yes, one,
Ah,
please, please send $8 to Elon Musk. Get the blue
yeah.
tick.
I mean, yeah, it. I checked. I'll tell you this. So my impressions, I think I'm putting it out there for the first time. My impressions per month reach around 700,000 impressions per month.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's a lot, I know, but still it does not cross, what do you say, 5 million impressions for 3 months. So I don't see any reason to get the blue tick, but 700,000 impressions per month, I'm getting there. Maybe in a year or 2 years because many people join for the restock only, and now I'll say this for the first time, in 4 months, I'm seeing positive growth in our follower count for a
Yes.
very long time. I had lost followers, pretty big numbers because there was no need for to follow, I suppose. And I saw that and I was like, okay, maybe the way to stay relevant is basically share the gaming news, what's happening in the industry. And yeah, this month actually, November is the first month after August, I think. Yeah, from September I kept losing followers, and this is the first month I first time have a positive count. It went to green after a very long time. Very good to see for myself. But yeah, I will when I reach that when I get close to that 5 million impressions in 3 months. It makes absolutely sense to get Twitter Blue. But until then, every dollar is a dollar for me.
Yes. Every dollar is 82 rupees for you actually.
Yes. Personal use.
Yes. And the CHO says, and remember to buy on PC/website. It costs more on your phone. Just post that you got a dev copy of GT6 and boom. Nice idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to get a dev copy of GT6, but yeah. Oh my God, that would be very viral and weird. And uh, people don't take joke as a joke these days, man. That's where people they don't understand the joke or sarcasm or yeah, people are pretty serious these days. So better not to be like that and get the heat of the community.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, if you want to make any lame jokes or be sarcastic, ICG Discord is the place for it.
Discord is the place. Yes, I'll direct them to to the Discord server where anybody, everybody can be whatever they want to be without being judged. And Twitter
Exactly.
is basically some people are controlling the Twitter. I would say from in our industry in India, it feels pretty bad to say that, but they don't know without knowing the full context. They jump on the wagon, the hate wagon. But unfortunate, I cannot say that they don't know the full picture. So. Uh, it's don't jump unless you don't know the full context. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, Bilal's a certified AJ conversation moment. Okay, that's good. Yeah, this is the type of conversations we have on Discord anyway, so it's a
Yeah.
good thing. Anyways, I think I neglected Hungry Wolf for way too long. But yeah, his comment was only thing I know is that Bilal left AJ to get a Swiggy order. Yeah, that will never get over, man. Bilal says worm get wrecked by AJ. You don't know I was holding my life on the line while trying to destroy it. But yeah, for those of you who want context, me and Bilal played Elden Ring. Like whole of 2022 was just me and a couple of friends just co-oping Elden Ring. So one day Bilal was online and he was OP as usual. So he's like, hey, come on, I'll take you to the next stage. Just join me. So I went with him before I can attack an enemy. He'll just destroy 3, 4 enemies at once. Then we went to the boss room and we were fighting him. I was barely doing any damage to him. Bilal was just knocking out every single, just taking his life chunks by chunks by chunks. And I'm like dodging and healing, dodging and healing. And then suddenly he's like, okay, bro, looks like my Swiggy order is here. Bye for now. Like, what the hell, man? And, and then he just leaves. And I'm like, oh my god, I have to fight this boss alone.
Food comes priority, man. Food is a priority of everybody.
I mean, that's true, but you don't necessarily leave your friend in the middle of a boss fight just to get food. So I was like,
He had
oh
his
my god.
reasons.
I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I was just dodging, hitting, dodging, hitting. And all my
Did you? So
flasks.
what's the suspense? Did you win that boss fight?
Yeah, I did. He was one.
That's good. That's good.
I was out of flasks. I was one hit away from death. The boss was one hit away from death. And somehow I did it.
Very good. Okay,
Yeah.
I think as we have people here, right? What was your what uh, difficult game? I would say. What was your most? Which game did you feel like had pushed you to your limits?
Uh, I don't know. That's
I'll
a
go
good.
first. You can think about because I have played very few. For
Okay.
me, The Last of Us remastered felt a pretty big difficult because I was planning for the platinum and the survival mode. I think I had to do that as well. So I did 3 to 4 runs and the survival mode is like I think perma death or something. It was 3 years ago. So that moment felt pretty difficult to do and that was my the game the movement which felt pushed me to to my limits. The Last of Us remastered platinum run for me. What was yours? Still thinking. I mean, let's see. Nice GG. Yeah, I don't wanna make the Swiggy person wait. Respect the delivery person. Yes, he has his reason.
Very good reason, yes.
Yeah.
Even if it made
Oh,
sacri- even
Billu,
if
you can think about I suppose. Billu, what is the game that you feel has pushed you to the limits?
Hungry Wolf says it is Dominions 4. And CHY says it
Ah,
for me it is GTA Trilogy. Okay, Bilal also has the answer. I thought Red Dead Redemption 2 Platinum was difficult on completing the challenges. But once I decided to plat GT7, the gold licenses felt they were the different one. I GT7, in fact, even I just dropped it. Actually, I made a mistake in dropping that because after a particular update, they made it even more harder to do. So I'm like, no, no, not doing
hmm.
this.
Yeah, I
But
saw that. I saw that the community was like, "Yo, man, you made this even more difficult." Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, so
Have you heard about Dominions for? I don't know. I didn't hear about that. What do you think Dominions for?
like I said, Hungry Wolf plays a lot of games that people haven't even heard of. So yeah, that's one of them.
Oh, wait. That reminds me. Enter the Gungeon. Oh my God.
Uh,
I love and hate that game at the same time. Hungry Wolf. I think you absolutely heard about that game, Enter the Gungeon. I heard about that game because of Video Game Donkey. That guy is a hilarious and absolutely a gem in a YouTuber. So he reviewed that game and I was like, okay, this sounds very fun. Let me. It was part of the PlayStation Plus at the time, so I added it to my library. and I was like, okay, yeah, let me just check it out. It felt good. It felt easy for the first level, for the first base or something. But then it kept getting harder and harder and harder. So it's roguelike, and it's also if you die, you start from the beginning. Roguelike, and if you die, you start from the beginning. So that was super, super, super difficult. I loved and hated that game at the same time. I gave that game up, man. I gave up. I couldn't go through the. I think I went until the third base. Sorry, came out wrong. The third level. So um, there you have to unlock some shortcuts so that you don't need to go through level 1, level 2, level 3 or something like that to get to that. So I couldn't unlock that shortcut for level 3 or level 4, but I gave up, man. It was so difficult, but I loved that moments, man. Absolutely good game.
Yeah. And Biluda says GT7 was not my genre, especially it's a sim, not arcade. I want to correct you there. It's not a sim, it's a simcade. So basically, it's a game leaning towards sim, but it's not completely sim.
Okay.
But yeah, and Hungry Wolf says yes, he has played Enter the Gungeon. And the type of game it is, it's called Bullet Hell. So yeah,
Mm.
and I
I think
just
CH532 says I have zero platinums.
so do I.
Oh
I
man,
have zero.
don't worry, man. Don't worry. Enjoying the game. I learned that in a hard way. I suppose enjoying the game is more important than platinum of the game. I came to that realization after having Uncharted 1, 2, 3, 4, Last of Us, Limbo, 3, 4, 5 games. Yeah. So I came to that realization after 5 games. So technically, Limbo does not have a platinum trophy per se, but I have 100% that game. I came to know after completing that game, but still, I can say maybe I have 5 platinum. So don't worry. Enjoying the game is more important than platinum. Billu would disagree, I suppose, but he loves to platinum every single game I suppose he plays because he is an incredible gamer.
I think three or four platinums that he got was from his son.
Oh my God, that's awesome! Wow.
His son
What do you say? A worthy
successor.
uh, successor.
Successor.
Yes.
Yeah, I think for Bilal, all the three Spider-Man games were platted by his son. I think he also platted Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, I guess. So I think
Oh,
four games as far as I'm known, but yeah. Hungry Wolf says Simcade certified AJ moment, yes. And it's a certified AJ moment.
Simcade.
Yeah, okay, and I just remembered, I think the hardest game for me is pretty much every game that requires me to use the triggers.
Ah,
Yes, so as a guy who cannot use all the controls, if you tell me to use the triggers, I'm pretty much stranded. So yeah, that is tough. CHI says
yep.
I tried The Last of Us Part 1 PS5 plat but got bored. I won't do plats on story based games because many times I go back to games to enjoy and doing plat will kill that desire of mine. I mean, that's quite logical actually.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
You should play it on games that are very repetitive, so be easier. But other than that, yeah, I have nothing more to add.
Me neither. Yeah. I think good discussion. Loved the comment section as always. Hungry Wolf, Aishwarya, CH32, Billu. Did I miss anybody? This podcast, I don't think so. Yeah. So
Mm,
yeah, it was very good. We will be back because I gave my word to Abdul for Dark Souls 3. See you guys then. Any
yeah,
closing comments?
yeah, you left out Aishwarya Marathe.
Yeah, I did say that.
Ah, okay, good. Anyways, CHY has asked me a comment. Abdul, are you buying
Mhm.
the new accessible controllers? No, they're too expensive. And besides, I got used to playing with the regular controller, so I don't see the point in buying accessible controllers. Because as far as I know, you need both the sticks to play. The accessible controller only has one. I don't see how that's logical, but yeah, I don't want to spend money on that. I'll just play. I just can play games as it is. So yeah,
What's the cost of that accessible controller?
$100 something,
Oh,
hundred ten
that's a
something.
lot.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's somewhere around 10,000 or 11,000 rupees. I don't want to spend that much for a controller. I don't think I'll be playing that much anyways. But yeah, I think with that we will conclude this week's podcast. Thank you all for joining us and playing. I mean, chatting with us. It was fun as always. And yeah, because I skipped out on. I mean, I missed the comments from last time. I'll forward it to Yashwant now. Kindly make Kabutar the admin. So we'll see. But on a personal note, you'll just wreak chaos on the server. So be wary of that decision. So, but
No,
other than
I'll leave it to you and Abdul, man. Leave it out of me.
yeah, and add customs and MX2 will sell for 30K. Ah, that's quite possible.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, thank you guys for joining us. And like Hungry Wolf said, good night. Good night to all of you guys. Good night to Hungry Wolf, CHY, Bilal, and Aishwarya. It's been fun talking to you guys and covering the news for this week. In fact, before the stream started, I was telling Yashwant that this has been a very dry week for news. But yeah, talking with you guys, we managed to easily cross 1 hour mark. So
Yeah.
very grateful for that. So as usual, like, comment, subscribe, watch more of our videos. We've reached
Yes, please.
120 hours. It's great. I feel very, very proud about that, but we still got quite a long hours to go. But thank you to all of you who still been watching for that. So, and with that, me and Yashwant will be signing off. We'll see you all next weekend. Hope you guys have a good Sunday and hope you have a good week ahead. And hopefully, I think
See you
Yashwant,
soon if Abdul says yes.
yes, and hopefully Yashwant stays awake tonight and does not leave me in the middle of a swamp sometime again. But
All right,
yeah,
guys. See you.
we're gonna try our best to play Dark Souls if possible, and we'll see you all next week. So take care, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye bye.
Where is the end screen? Yeah.